What's going on, everyone? My name's James Iaconelli, back with another video, and welcome back to Slay the Princess. Now, I've made up my mind. We're gonna just straight up save her, or at least try to. Which I think we've done all this. We can just go to the cabinet.
You make your way up the short path.
We're gonna try to save her, which I think we're still able to do.
Ignore.
Right, we've already saw that. Let's see.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely blade.
Right, I think going down the stairs without taking the blade might be a little different.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Think
revealing a per voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Right.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Just checking in here. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. I'm just continuing downstairs.
You're still listening to reason.
I don't think it matters.
It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
I mean, true, I guess, but
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain. She's
yeah,
beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Is there though?
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Well, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
I don't think that would much matter. What's her name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Imagine. No, I really don't care to imagine. Yeah, I had a feeling it would be a little different. Like, legitimately, everything you do is just so different in this game, so or makes things so different. So, with that being said,
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
right?
Okay, that's weird. She hasn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs,
Oh, my bad.
get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Didn't mean to hit my mic. I'm sorry. Are you saying that she has to pick a name for herself? Why couldn't her parents do it? I mean, I guess if she was like some demon entity or whatever, maybe. I don't know. And they're drinking.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
If you've been here for a while, why aren't you just bones?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but...
What do you mean?
I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
How are... No! What do you
Okay,
mean?
But actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Yes! If she's gonna be here for a long time, she has to have been eating something and drinking water or something, right? She has to. Otherwise she wouldn't be... She'd be bones by now.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Why?
I don't actually know what that reason is, but
Okay.
you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with. The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
Same
she
thing.
knows what she'd do. She's just...
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Yeah, sure, though. Let's be real. We'll just... Let's just see her answer here. I wanted to see for myself. I don't know why the subtle detail of her like changing like her posture when I first said that is very weird, especially since there's like no dialogue happening.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
Right.
How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Right.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
I mean, there's not much else to really ask and all that. Let's just...
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for...
Right, we've seen that.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
I don't think there is.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
That's true.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door... Is someone else here?
Yeah.
You try the door. You're here.
Yeah, obviously. Doesn't
You make
surprise
your way
me.
to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Yeah, right.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
I guess so.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She
Maybe.
barely hesitates before raising
Oh,
her arm to
no.
her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
This is... Wow. This is wild.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
You see, this has to be the narrator's doing. There's no way the blade would just randomly appear.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
We're saving the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
I mean, she was trying to, like, rip her arm apart, so it isn't, like, the most surprising, I guess, but, like...
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Push
No,
the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high.
Yeah,
You can't just
we've
let
seen
her
this.
escape to the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps
better be
forward
different.
and raises the blade.
This
Wait,
better be different.
this isn't fair. Watch me.
Right.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Right. Slay, resist. So this isn't grayed out, so it is different.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm
Not
sorry.
trying to.
I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But
Yep.
you aren't dead yet.
It is different though, because she didn't just slit my throat.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god,
Stay
she's actually
strong.
sad
We
about
can tough
this.
it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
That's what you
Whatever.
think.
She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Unfortunate, really.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh,
So we
that's
can-
rich coming from you.
Oh.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Unfortunate,
Everything
really.
goes dark, and you die.
The damsel. There you go. I swear I can speak English.
You're on a path. You're here to...
Right. I think we've already done this.
A warning. Before she will lie,
Yeah.
she will cheat. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain. Excuse me? Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
This is the person we're gonna be with in this video, brother!
Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do,
That's funny.
but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Right. I'm gonna go into this cabin
The
and...
interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Right, okay. I'll be honest with you, I'm assuming there's some...
That's because there isn't.
Yeah.
There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Yeah.
There's definitely... There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
Okay.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
I want to see how handsome. What would you like about that? I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. This really isn't...
This, yeah.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, obviously the mirror is, you know, something. I don't exactly know why it always shows up. And, like, you know, the part 2 of all this. Part 2 and part 3, whichever. But it is what it is. We're just gonna enter the basement without the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
No.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last
Okay.
time. I think we're in love.
Did you shut up?
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Right.
You walk down the stairs
Oh.
and lock eyes with the princess.
There's not much difference
There's a
with the
heavy
dress, I'm
chain
pretty
around
sure.
her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
And now she has her arm again, but, you know.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
I hope no one hears your spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing, and she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
I mean, I feel like it could go a long way with a lot of people,
Waiting
to
for
be
you
fair.
to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
Yes.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And
Okay.
you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
No.
Damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We can't really prove, though, that she ended the world. I mean, everything just seems really fishy because we somehow die and end up here. How do we get revived to come back here? Like, that's the thing that's very weird. But not only that, right? Well, there's other forces that they don't know about, I'm pretty sure, but still.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Okay.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask. Did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry about last time. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. So by this response, I guess everything kind of happened in an instant. I don't know. Whatever.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
Not really.
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved.
No.
She made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
I mean, I guess in the end, well, I don't even know if, I don't know, that's very weird. Because obviously we're dealing with supernatural forces here, so it's very difficult to really try to make a sound judgment on if we really wanted her to. We did warn her about this narrator / supernatural force, so there's that, I guess.
She
But
made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
You try to manipulate us into doing what we... Okay.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Okay.
Listening to her, that's a confession.
I don't think she really confessed. If we're going by, like, straight up what she said, she didn't really confess to anything.
Then I didn't end the world.
Honestly, I think she just...
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
I'm not gonna lie, I think she's just telling us what we want to hear. But, like, I legitimately don't think, like, by the first response, it made it seem like, at least with how the last one ended, all this just kind of happened. I don't think she actually ended a world. It just... I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't think she did.
Not so sure.
Yeah.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We
Okay.
won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Is that really
What?
the case, though?
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
I mean, maybe.
She didn't
Uh-huh.
care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Right.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her. If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
I mean, I'm committed to trying to save her. So if I really cared about reasoning, I'd probably...
She took
You
that
know.
in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
No one's
I
perfect.
think she has someone like him telling her what to do. She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
That's what you think.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our
I'm
dearest,
sorry?
I will end our life without a second thought.
Hold on. Huh?
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I know, right?
Told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Mm.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Hmm.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
I mean, you legitimately transported a blade back into the room last time. Why couldn't you just do
Luckily
it
for
here if you
Mr.
really cared that
Romance,
much?
We don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Okay.
What do we do now? That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your
I
hand.
mean, I guess
the
I could have
last
explored now
hopes
that I think
of
about
the
it.
entire
Whatever.
world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
Mm.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Wait, what? What do you mean she doesn't have to be? I mean, I guess she doesn't, but like if you were locked away for a while, I think you'd be happy about it.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a
Okay.
familiar move. Did I do
I know,
that
right?
last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength
Oh boy.
of true love. Of course
Oh.
you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
I accidentally misclicked. Or clicked on accident again. My bad for skipping
Are
that.
you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
This I guess.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door.
Oh
Together.
yeah. Oh gosh.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told
Unfortunate.
you our love was insurmountable.
Get better, narrator.
You and the princess make your way upstairs and the
Oh. I forgot. It just get. Whatever. The blade. That's right. It's still a chance of you to do the right thing. Take the blade. Slay her before it's too late. I'm not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
I hate you too.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Okay.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Brother. We don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. I wonder if the narrator's reference of destroying the worlds is actually like that being that when we go inside this mirror or whatever we do with the mirror. I wonder if it's just more so like that being, you know, what like that being is destroying the worlds, which I don't know if this being has the ability to or whatever, but
She's
Yeah.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I think I've
It
did
feels
this.
so bad. Like looking into it right now is
Yeah.
going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I'm approaching the mirror. You approach the mirror.
I don't like that silence.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
I don't know, that's
And
whatever.
yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Doesn't matter how many times we go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. I think I've said this before, I don't remember.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I mean, I can't say I hate it. But if anything, I'm kind of like indifferent about it, so.
How strange of you to ask me then.
Well, well, if anything, I'll just be curious.
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Damn. I'm still planning to kill you once we're done with this. You see, I don't know if I'm really going to. I just wanted to see what happened. No. I'm not gonna say that. I don't think that's gonna... Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
You see, this is what I was referring to. This being, I feel like, would be the only being that really destroys these worlds. But, like... if she is telling the truth, then maybe she isn't destroying them. But what does happen to those worlds, right? I don't know. That's very weird. Maybe they do get destroyed, but I feel like if anything, they always get destroyed. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Possibly.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me.
Okay.
I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
You still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Right, obviously, so you don't have any preferences.
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
Alrighty, how many more breath
We
vessels?
will know when we near our destination.
Alright, let's go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die.
Your Honor, you're here to...
Right, okay. Well, that being said, yeah, that's it for this one, right? Like I've mentioned before, after each ending, I want to, end the video here, because, it's roughly a little over 30 minutes. I think that's fine. But yeah, no. Either way, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Obviously, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps me out. Still enjoying the game, obviously. I wouldn't be playing it otherwise. Yeah, no, I am interested, though. Does the world truly end? Who's lying? Who isn't? I mean, there's a lot of stuff to uncover. I feel like that hopefully will. I'm not super certain. If it will be uncovered or whatnot. But either way, like I said, that is it for this. We'll see what I do next time. In the next video or whatever. We'll see. Also, I apologize for this coming out a day or so later than I would usually like to. Stuff's been happening, so I've been more focused on that than this. But hopefully I can still continue to kind of pump these out as time goes on or whatever. Either way though, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and everyone, have a great day, great night, whatever it is when you guys are watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.